So some of the investment commitments made at the 4th South African Investment Conference are slowly beginning to trickle in. President Cyril Ramaphosa is attending the launch of the 350 million rand Sandvik Khomanani manufacturing site in Kempton Park, east of Johannesburg. The president is speaking. Let us cross now live to there.
Decided to establish its own local manufacturing facility for the complete production of the new low-profile loader, the Sandvik LH115L. I was very pleased to hear that this product is entirely produced in South Africa for the rest of the African market. Mining has historically been the bedrock of our economy. Given our vast mineral reserves, mining will continue to play a central role in our economy for many decades to come. So greater investment in mining, in localization, as well as beneficiation, all contribute to extending mine life, to increasing mining exports, to skills development, and to the creation of employment. The mining capital goods industry has developed alongside the mining sector to supply mining and mineral processing equipment to enhance productivity and safety, as well as to lower costs and to improve efficiencies. Now, as I was going around here, I saw a really well-run firm. Everything is in its place and everybody's in their place. And I asked them, is there ever any confusion here? As you put all these heavy equipment together, they said, yes, there's a lot of confusion, but there's also good planning. And that is what impressed me, and I was glad that they were very, very honest, because where I work, there's a lot of confusion. So for a firm, Mr. Dlamini, to acknowledge that there's a lot of confusion, but with good planning, that's wonderful. And I saw that everything seems to work very well. The capital equipment industry is critical to the South African economy. The focus on capital equipment will contribute to a new age of mechanization in our mining industry. Now, contrary to the view that mechanization will result in significant job losses in the mining industry, research does show that it will instead generate additional employment opportunities. Mr. Reinhardt and myself were talking about that and talking about the tension between bringing in mechanization and seemingly moving towards destroying jobs. And we both concluded that you could balance the two. And in fact, you could actually end up creating even new jobs, even as you bring in mechanization. All it requires is creativity, innovation, and being able to take the risks. In the information technology and machinery and equipment industries is the basis for smart manufacturing and also smart and innovative societies. These are the vital constituents of the fourth industrial revolution. The mining machinery and equipment sector also has significant linkages into other parts of the economy. The companies that supply equipment to the mining industry have important backward linkages to major assembly suppliers, sub-assembly and parts suppliers, and specialist component suppliers, as well as raw material suppliers. And walking through this factory, you can actually see these backward interlinkages as they play themselves out. Because I kept asking questions about, where do you get your steel? Who makes your steel? And that you find that there's a long value, and it is in this value chain that you are able to create jobs. And this is through this that you are able to debunk this notion that localization is not going to really benefit us, because it does. And this has demonstrated that it is, and it will continue to do so. Because a growing local capital goods manufacturing sector will have a positive impact on other sectors of the economy, like agriculture and construction, and further strengthen sectors such as banking, hospitality, tourism, and many others, of course. Increasing local production will contribute significantly to the revival of South Africa's manufacturing industry. My heart was sore when I went to Sidibeng, near the Vereeniging area van der Bijl Park, when I saw how many factories have either gone derelict or no longer functioning or closed. And this is an area that used to be a booming manufacturing base in the Gauteng precinct. And this is what we now want to focus on, to see how best we can focus on those so that they can also play a role in being part of this value chain of manufacturers of finished equipment. I'm quite certain that your customers in the mining industry, some of whom are here today, are as grateful as we are for your continued investment in South Africa. Our economy, like many others around the world, is struggling to recover from the devastating impacts of COVID-19. Yet through such investments that you made a commitment of, and through the expansion of our productive capacity, through the implementation of far-reaching economic reforms that we've embarked upon and are implementing, and through our efforts also to reduce the costs of doing business in South Africa, we are laying a firm foundation for growth and employment. And what you are doing here just proves the case. This local manufacturing facility represents an exciting new chapter in Sandvik's presence in our country and indeed on our continent as well. It does underscore your desire to continue to play a part in South Africa's skills development, knowledge transfer, and local manufacturing. Earlier, you did allude to the fact that you're spending almost 18 million rand a year in training. And what you were detailing to me about your efforts and your initiatives in training and the young people that I saw on the factory floor is precisely what we want to see. And your courage, even in bringing interns, in bringing artisans who are being trained, is precisely what we want to see. And I'd like to take you a little further, because a number of the young people I spoke to here come from TVET colleges. Now I'd like to take you further, Mr. Reinhardt and Mr. Dlamini, and say we would like to see Sandvik partnering with a TVET college around here to adopt the TVET college so that the TVET college is able to produce people who will be of great use to you. Because there is right now a misalignment with a number of our TVET colleges. They are not closely aligned to what industry requires and needs. They're doing a great deal of work, bringing in lots of young people within their realms. But we now need to see that partnering. And the best way to do that partnering is to have a close relationship between a firm as well as a TVET college, and be able to even have an impact and an influence on the curriculum that they teach, so that it is aligned to what you require here. And so that some of the lecturers should actually come on the floor and see precisely what you do. Allow me to conclude by once again thanking Sandvik for its steadfast commitment to South Africa and its well-founded confidence in the future of African mining. And as the name of this facility beckons, I agree that Khomanani is a really outstanding and a beautiful name. It basically means let's hold hands together and move forward. So here I saw a lot of people holding hands together, and we'd like to hold hands with Sandvik and move forward. Thank you very much.
Well, that there, President Cyril Ramaphosa speaking live from Kempton Park at the launch of the Sandvik Khomanani manufacturing site. It's a site that is to the value of 350 million rand, set to create jobs in the country, already having created 500 jobs. And the president wrapping up his address at the launch there by touching on the need for us to link deal with the skills gap in the country by asking businesses and firms to link up well with TVET colleges so that we're able to produce the skills that business actually needs in the country.